I'll just bet you're wondering why I haven't uploaded any videos lately and where I've been. Stick around. I'll fill you in on what's going on. And now the news, what is the news, but might not be the news, but was the news, but could be the news. Here it is. Well, as some of you know, I work for in the technology department in a school district. So this time of the year, typically 2 to 3 weeks prior to school starting and 2 to 3 weeks after school starts, we really can't take vacation or do anything fun. So I basically spend about a month and a half setting up teacher computers, working on network and stuff like that. Well, not so much on the network, my boss does all that stuff, but and setting up all the kids' computers, etc., etc., etc. So it's kind of like the old adage, you know, that piss poor planning on your part does not constitute an emergency on my part. That typically doesn't work in the school system. So we're pretty much stuck there for a month and a half, no vacation or anything like that. Typically I don't hike on weekends, at least I try not to, because it's just too dadgum crowded anymore. So my hiking is pretty much nothing that time of the year, which is actually a great time of the year. Like that last 2 weeks in August, first 2 to 3 weeks in September, prime hiking up here in the Pacific Northwest. Typically no crowds, minimal bugs, cooler temperatures. So that's kind of what has stopped me there. Well, another thing that has happened to me is, you're all familiar with hiker toe. I've had hiker toe, so many times I can't even remember. It started slacking off. I hadn't had one for quite a while, but then my toe right next to my big toe on my right foot, I had that a while back. Gosh, it's been probably 4 or 5 months ago. And it was having some issues coming back and ended up getting infected and kind of slowed down. And then about, I don't know, 2 or 3 weeks ago, it came back with a vengeance. My doctor really doesn't know what it is. I think maybe it might even be COVID toe. Since I had COVID, that is actually one of the byproducts, or not a symptom of, but a symptom after what do they call that? I can't remember what it's called. But anyways, we're not sure what that is. It got me doped up on antibiotics right now to try and take care of it. It's getting a lot better. So that has kept me off the trail as well. It's just like it's always one thing or another, doesn't it? But we're closing in on getting that taken care of, so I'm pretty happy about that. I plan on doing some winter hikes this year, some snowshoe, and maybe some lowland stuff, some lowland overnights, but definitely some snowshoe overnight hikes for sure. You know, if I've said it once, I've said it 100 times. Youthfulness and physical fitness is wasted on the young. They don't know how lucky they got it. For you young people out there, take advantage of it while you can. Treat your body like a temple, for crying out loud. Another issue that has come about is that I found another lump on Gus's front left leg. And for you regular users of the channel, viewers of the channel, you know that Gus had cancer previously. He had a soft tissue sarcoma, which started out as a lipoma, which is a fatty tumor. It's a benign tumor. So anytime he gets a lump or something out of the ordinary happens with him, I get a little on the paranoid side. Took him in and had it checked. It's about 5.5 millimeters, so it's not real big, but it was too small really for them to try and get a sample out of. It's not hard, it's not attached to anything, so we're going to keep an eye on it. Make sure it doesn't grow. If it grows, well then we'll go and take a sample out of it and they'll send it into the lab and have it checked out, make sure it's not cancerous. So for those of you who are of the mind to send prayers his way, make sure that it doesn't metastasize into that or change into that or whatever, into cancer, it would be most appreciated. But for now, he looks pretty good. He's frustrated because we haven't been out that much. We're out walking in our usual Northern State Recreation area. This is part of that new trail that they built, and they've done a great job. They cleared all this out in this nice little grassy area here. But yeah, we'd like to come up here every now and then. It's been a while since I've actually been out for a walk because my toe's been so messed up. So we're getting out today because it's a nice day. And finally, probably the biggest thing is we're dealing with all the backlash of COVID bullshit and restrictions and the mandates and the can't do's and can do's and should do's and have to do's here in Washington State have gotten to the point of ridiculous. So, you know, I've long said I don't want politics to come into play into my channel. I don't think this is really politics. It shouldn't be politics. This is about our health, but it just seems like there's politics being played. Anyways, some of the mandates and stuff are having a major effect on my wife's life and my life. And so we're kind of not sure what we're going to do. We're looking like we may end up just pulling up roots from here in Washington State and moving to some other place. Because quite frankly, by the time we retire, we're not going to be able to afford to live here regardless. So, yeah, it's frustrating. It's too bad because we love Washington State, the geography of it. It's all the other bullshit that we don't like dealing with or have to deal with. So we've been dealing with that, trying to figure out a game plan and figuring if we do pull up roots from Washington State where we want to go. We have a couple places in mind, some places we've took road trips to in the past, which were fun. But yeah, so I'd actually thought about kind of putting the channel in stasis. We're taking a hiatus from it, but you know, I love making these videos. I love hiking. I love backpacking. Unfortunately, I've had some physical stuff going on in the last year, and then you throw the COVID crap in on top of that and all the restrictions and this shutdown and that shutdown, and you know, you got to wear a mask while you're taking a dump in your own personal bathroom. It's just we're just tired. Everybody's tired. Are you tired? Because I'm flipping tired. So anyways, so we got that planning. So kind of the channel's taken a bit of a back seat, and I apologize for that because I love all you guys. You've been faithful. You've watched my videos. You're just a great group of people. But it's frustrating. So yeah, so as soon as my toe heals up and I can actually get out and do some major hiking and backpacking, we still have the end of September. I can still go hiking. We got September and October. It gets kind of messy around here weather-wise, but yeah, at least there's no bugs and no tourists. So I don't know. I'm going to think about this and then I'll continue on with this video. Does anybody else feel like we're in a really sick game of Simon Says? You know, if so, post a comment down below. You know, we all have different political philosophies and ideals. We leave them at the trailhead. Why? Because we all get along when we do. So why the hell aren't we doing that in real life and stop letting people influence how we think and how we view other people and hell even judge other people? Stop it. Act more like a hiker and a backpacker when you're in real life. Get along with people. Stop with the presuppositions. Is that a word? Presupposition? Presumption? Well, that's all I got. Look at everybody in this world now as a hiker and a backpacker. Don't preconceive notions about people. Don't let people tell you how to think, because you don't do that out on the trail. If you're in a life death situation, you figure that crap out yourself. So do that with the rest of your life. Anyways, my words of wisdom for the day. Love y'all, and we'll catch you on the next one. Len and Gus out.